amazing because I am helping my dad build his website, and all of that is real. All that stuff he talked about, he's a master with websites and search engine optimization and all that good stuff. So the next presenter, we have Alan. He's the co-founder and CEO of Assembly HOA, an AI native HOA management company. Come on down. Come on down. Let's give him a hand. And he was a former software engineer at a startup in Silicon Valley and also a part-time real estate agent. How cool is that? Software and real estate. Okay.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for the introduction. As he mentioned, we have an AI native HOA management company. So essentially, we use software and AI to do HOA management better than anybody else in the industry. We basically looked at the industry and saw that HOAs sucked, and HOAs suck for a lot of reasons. But two of the main reasons are, number one, they're not transparent, nobody has any idea what's going on. And then number two, the management companies are not doing their job. They typically get a monthly fee and they're incentivized to do as little as possible as long as they're able to collect your monthly fee. And so we addressed this with our own software and our own AI. I'll show you the first part. I'll go through it kind of quickly, but I'm sure you guys want to see the AI side more. But in terms of transparency, what we've built is the most transparent homeowner portal and board member portal that exists today. So we provide things like real-time balance information, easy to understand breakdowns of where your money is going as a homeowner. And if you do own a home in an HOA, like you get access to this if you're on our platform, and you don't need to like request any of this from anybody. It's all just available to you here. One small AI thing we have here is a simple AI summary that explains where the money has gone in the last 6 months. Moving over to the more interesting side, I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna show you one thing. So the thing that we saw about doing HOA management is that there's a lot of context that lives in these HOA managers' heads. HOA managers typically manage anywhere from, well, as little as one, but up to like 20 or 30 individual HOAs with hundreds, if not thousands of homes that they look at every day. And so what we did is when we were looking at these AI models, like they're super smart, they're solving like frontier math problems, biology problems, and all these things. But if you gave it like an email about something, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll figure out what to do and know how to respond correctly. And so we looked at all that and realized that context is really the most important thing when it comes to all this. And so what we've done is, if you take a look on the right side here, we have a live feed. We basically ingest every single email, phone call, text message, every interaction through our system, and we run it through our agent to remember and understand everything that goes on in every community that they manage. So if you take that and see on the left here, we have these suggestions. So this is kind of what an HOA manager sees as an HOA manager at Assembly. And they'll get these suggestions, and I'll go into the background here. There's an email that came in from this Patricia person, and this email runs through what we call multi-agent extractors. So think of these as 6 different kind of like individuals, if you will, that become experts in these different aspects of the HOA, whether that's the governing documents, operations, finance of the community. They become experts in that specific field, and they determine what's important for their specific specialization, and is able to remember things into the level of like working memory and long-term memory to know that, okay, this email came in about landscaping from this homeowner named Patricia. We know that Patricia has threatened to contact her attorney, and we know that there's a complaint response time within 45 days. We know that the landscaping vendor is Greenleaf for this community, and we can put all of that together to come up with the correct response that we should be for this individual homeowner on what we should be doing. And so we take all of that, and that essentially just becomes a suggestion and we can come in here and basically approve the actual suggestion, or we use AI to review everything again. It has access to things like calendars, governing documents, all of that, and it comes up with, for example, the email that we should be sending to this homeowner. We can send it. It can add it to the calendar, and then finally send a notification to the vendor letting them know we're going to do a site walkthrough with this homeowner next week. So that's all done, that's automated, that's there. I think, not sure, like, I mean, for what you guys all do, but one of the important things here is like context is everything. The more you can give it, the better. And that's what we've done here is to kind of, we call it kind of like a digital bodysuit, if you will, where we have a system that learns the exact same things that they're taking in, all the inputs that the managers have and all the outputs that they're doing. And we're replicating that in our system so that we can have the same understanding that they do and really codifying their knowledge of each of these communities into software. Now, one other thing I want to show you that we've done is around bids. So we have a system where we're able to help managers get bids directly. So we have tickets that can come in from a homeowner that reports any issues. And we basically are able to generate, let's see here. We're able to generate a scope of work based on any ticket that comes into our system. And we can make that a more detailed one if we'd like. So it reviews all the ticket information that somebody has submitted. And we're able to then analyze that, create a detailed scope of work on exactly what we need this vendor to do. And for now, you would manually choose vendors, but we're gathering data so that we're able to also suggest vendors to send out for this specific community based on historical data that we have across the board. Once we get the bids back, what we've done is we're able to actually do a deep dive analysis of every bid and make them into an apples to apples comparison. So first of all, we'll come up with our recommended bid and why. We give them all a score based on different aspects of what they should be evaluating. And we also break it down to the line item and extract that out so that you can see, like, between these different bids, they're all laid out differently. They all say slightly different things. We put it together so you can see exactly for each of the different pieces that they're going to do what those costs are, and you can do a direct comparison here. We take this a step further and we go into the level of recommending ways to negotiate the contract with that vendor. So how can we look for ways to save money or pay at a later time? Questions that we should be asking the vendors. Most bids that come in don't have enough details and that results in things like change orders and things like that, which increase the price of those bids over time. So there are questions that they can ask to those vendors to make sure that we have a full picture of what the real costs that are coming up are. And so, yeah, that's kind of how we use AI at Assembly as an AI native company. I mean, we have a lot of other stuff as well, but that's a high-level overview of what we have. Any questions? Yes?
When the tenant puts the maintenance request, how are they sending that to you? Like pictures, videos, text? How's that coming in? That
Yeah, so the question is, how do we get the context of the ticket? So we've actually built our own ticketing system where they can actually report it. So it's omni-channel, so they can call us, email us, or open it online. And then as a board and as a manager, they would get notified that this happened. We use AI to triage it for the first pass to make sure that we have all the information that we need. And then from there, we're able to take that ticket to go and create a bid. So like photos, for example, I mean, I think one of these should have one, but basically, yeah, these tickets have all the details. They open the tickets, they can upload the photos.
Is it mandatory to put a picture?
It's not mandatory to put a picture, but
what happens when there's not enough context?
Then our AI will actually go and ask them for more details, upload pictures or provide more details about like location and things like that.
Does this work for a TIC community?
What was that?
Does this work for a TIC community?
It could, but we don't have any TICs right now. TICs are generally on the smaller side, so we don't actually have any TICs that we work with today. But everything that we built we're in California, we have 80 HOAs out here. Everything that we built in the software and the AI is meant for California, Davis-Sterling law, the HOA law here, and the regulations here. So that would be slightly different. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Wow. I have my condo in Koreatown, and we need my condo. Next speaker is Quinn. He's still at Marcus and Middlechap?
No, that's CBRE for
CBRE?
10 years. Not,
10 years, yeah.
So
he
here's the
was-
lowdown.
He was in commercial real estate on the acquisition side for 10 years, a decade. And he is also the founder of AI for commercial real estate, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We got that on
I'll
over
give the
here.
lowdown. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Cool. Full service. Hi